double stun for Moto One there. H2K are showing up.
People didn't really notice us because we don't have that big of a fan base, and we're just minding our business, trying hard and practicing really hard to perform as good as we can.
Moto One still wants to chase this out. No
more kills for Ryu.
Going forward, Whirlip is going down. Ryu with that godlike kill.
Acquiring of Kazing, it actually turned up to be a really good team in the end.
Kazing is gonna pick up another kill. They've done it. They've snapped Gambit Gaming's win streak and extend their own to 7 in a row. GG, well played.
Hey, H2K, H2K.
H2K, H2K.
I mean, I was pretty happy.
Hello and welcome back to the European League of Legends Championship Series. We're broadcasting to you live from our studio in Berlin, Germany, where just moments ago we saw the fans hyped up outside, getting ready to take their seat and enjoy all the action in the venue here today. Rocket is entering the building. They, of course, had their decisive victory yesterday versus the Unicorns of Love. Janko's looking happy and the coaching staff as well. And they're forgiven. Checking if his glasses are clean. You know, you got to kill those minions with the utmost precision. So he's got to make sure that that is on point, of course. And they're the coach and Innovated also setting up for their game. I'm EpicSkillshot supporter, joined here on the analyst desk by 3 of the best junglers the European continent has to offer. Maurice Amazing Stuckenschneider of the Challenger Series Origin, Ilias Shuk Hartsema of Elements, and the Unicorns of Love is Mateusz Kikis Skudlarek. Welcome, gentlemen.
Hey. Hey.
Very nice to have you guys. Well, with just 5 games left in the split for each team, let's take a look at the standings. SK Gaming is once again alone in the top spot after besting Fnatic yesterday, leaving their longtime rivals a game back in 2nd place, where they're tied with H2K. The Copenhagen Wolves and Gambit are locked up in 4th, with the Unicorns of Love rounding out the top 6 at 6 and 7. Amazing, you must be very happy. The Wolves howling away.
They're really doing well, I have to admit.
Yep. Well, we'll look at the postseason implications of the standings later on, but first, let's talk about the games from yesterday. Starting shook with the Copenhagen Wolves versus Elements. 5 Dragons, a Baron, 2 inhibitors down, and it still didn't work out for you guys. What have you guys identified as the problems?
Like, we went into the game with like a certain plan. Like, we went in with a lane swap, but we managed to like die 3 people. Like, I got greedy, I went in, I died. Kalista got 3 kills. He somehow managed to get the claw back in with like a Dragon Steel and team fights, and we were basically winning the game up until to the point where we started the last dragon, and then we just got aced on, and they finished the game.
Yeah, you took over kind of in the mid-game and were able to slow it down, as what Elements likes to do. But you kind of buy into that as well, because you choose champions like Orianna, then the Jinx Orianna last week. Aren't you kind of setting yourself up to go late anyway?
Yeah, we kind of set ourselves up to go with Jinx and Orianna to go for the late game. We had Corki, sorry. And Orianna is a great champion, I think, for mid-game and in late game, but early game she doesn't really apply that much pressure, so we had Nilly to make up for that, kind of, but they still got too far behind, too far ahead for us to do anything early on.
Yeah, a similar story for you guys yesterday versus Rocket, who came out with a Protect the Kog'Maw comp. Was it more the comp that threw you guys completely off guard, or what were the issues?
Well, we were kind of expecting them to go hyper carry. We didn't expect them to go full Protect the AD carry team comp, and we just went too behind early game, made too many mistakes, and it was really hard to come back versus the team comp. Even though we tried, it was like still we were too behind to do much.
Yeah, in general, for the Unicorns of Love, Trevor actually said it yesterday, you guys are so hyped up by the fans, and I was also a believer, but now it seems like where it was before 1-1 and inconsistent, to me, yesterday's loss struck me as a heavier loss in that sense, and also this close to the playoffs. So what are you guys doing to make sure that you get that playoff spot?
Well, yeah, this was like first game that we got just destroyed completely, so we really need to like get into our shape together and try our best to get to the playoffs, because we are like 6 now, I think, and it's really the other teams are really close to us, and we need some wins to protect our spot.
Yeah, Shuk, you of course have had a lot to deal with in the team, and Amazing can talk about this as well. The fact that as a jungler, you need to have the best synergy of everyone with anyone, and then all around you, things are changing. How has that affected your play?
Like, it affects my play a lot. Like, I get new players every week, almost right now, and I think right now we're confident with the lineup. So basically now we just have to get used to each other, get that synergy going, and if we manage to go to playoffs, we have 1 more week to practice, and I think that's going to help us greatly.
All right, well, now let's take a look at today's schedule. We're going to start in just a few minutes with a bout between Roccat and SK Gaming. Then Elements will have a rematch against the Unicorns of Love as they look to tie for the 6th place spot in the standings. And H2K will try to fend off the Copenhagen Wolves later in the day. Amazing H2K Copenhagen Wolves. I feel like it could be a shorter one if H2K does what they did yesterday, but the Wolves, they can stall.
Man, I definitely hope it's going to be a shorter one. Yesterday's game was a bit too much, but it was really exciting for the Copenhagen Wolves, obviously beating Elements. But H2K has shown great poise and really great early game control, and I don't think they're going to let happen what Elements let happen yesterday, and therefore it's going to be a shorter one.
All right, not going to let happen what happened to Elements yesterday. You guys are up against each other in the second game of the day. You guys are currently not in a playoff position, and you guys really want to hold on to it. Tell me kind of how you're going into that matchup, Kikis.
Well, we so far won versus every team that we played 2 times so far. So to hold our destiny of being the best middle pack team, we just need to win and secure 1-1 versus Elements because we lost the first game.
Sure.
We're gonna do our best. We want to make the playoffs. Like everyone had high expectations of us, and I still feel like if we get to playoffs, like a best-of-5 system is gonna be great for us. So I'm looking forward to the match.
Yeah, it definitely seems like you became more reasonable. Do you actually think that by now your expectations of your team and your own performance have been flattened down and actually became not more realistic but less high?
Yeah, people expect less of us right now, but I still think people should be scared of us for a good reason because of the players we have. And if we play good, we play really good.
All right, well, we'll keep an eye out for that. With Amazing in the studio again this week, we're going to open him up to your curious minds. Tweet your questions for our guest analyst at LL Esports with the hashtag AskAmazing, and we'll see what you want to know later in the day. Is there anything you gentlemen want to ask Amazing?
Yeah,
Maybe
one question.
How to win games. I can explain that.
Okay, then I have a good question for you. How is the Challenger Series?
Well, you can answer because it's been going good.
I'm done.
You're done? All right.
I'm done.
Well.
Let's go on.
Way to break the atmosphere. No. Well, thank you guys very much, and good luck in your matchup later today. It's going to be a good one.
Thank you.
All right, now it's time to get into our first match.